Hi guys, welcome back to Makeup Land. My name is Janelle Veronica. If you are new here, I post makeup videos twice a week on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. So if you absolutely love your makeup, make sure that you subscribe and join the family here in Makeup Land. Today's makeup is going to be a full coverage Beaute. I have the JUVIA'S Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. I've heard so many things about this. This has been out for a long time, but I am trying it out for the first time today. I heard it's like the most full coverage foundation on the market, or one of the most full coverage ones, and I love full coverage. For my eyes today, I have the Ace Beauty Floral Vintage Eyeshadow Palette. Look at that. That is such a beautiful eyeshadow palette. I have all of the browns that I can need, some beautiful shimmer shades. So that is what I'm going to be using on my eyes today. So with that said, let me get to priming and let me get some makeup on my face. For my primer today, I'm going to go in with a L'Oreal primer. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Mattifying Primer. I have oily skin, so I like to go in with something that's going to mattify the skin. It goes on like a moisturizer, leaves the skin feeling nice and soft, but it mattifies the skin and keeps the makeup in check. This L'Oreal primer is so good if you have oily skin. It's affordable, it's a drugstore primer, and I really like it. I find it really holds my makeup in place. The oils don't come through as much throughout the day, and yeah, it's really good. I'm going to go in with my foundation now. For the foundation, as I said, I'm using the JUVIA'S Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. I'm using this in the shade 220 Dakar. It is so thick. I'm going to go in with a Real Technique sponge and start to blend that foundation out. This foundation, this is full coverage. Definitely full coverage. My eyebrows are disappearing. Alright guys, we are all blended out and it definitely lives up to the hype. If you want a full coverage foundation, this is definitely a full coverage foundation. It comes in a squeezy tube, but I went in with the equivalent of about 2 pumps of the foundation, and this is what the coverage is looking like. I'm going to do some highlighting and concealing of the face. For my concealer, I have the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Concealer. I'm going in with the shade 45 Tan. I'm going to highlight my forehead just a little bit, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my chin. I'm going to let that concealer dry down so that I get the fullest coverage out of the concealer while I contour my face. For my contour, I'm going in with one of my favorites, the Black Opal Stick Foundation in Ebony Brown. I'm going to go in and blend that contour out with a BH Cosmetics No. 3 brush. You know, just working the cheekbones upwards so that the face is nice and lifted, not looking droopy and saggy. I always push my contour upwards. Working it backwards into my hairline. Alright guys, and just like that, contour is blended out. This JUVIA'S foundation is so beautiful. So beautiful. I can't wait to set it and see how it looks when I go in with my powder and set it. But I'm going to go in with a callus sponge and start to blend my concealer out, starting at my chin, onto the forehead, just going in nice soft patting motions. Alright guys, so concealer blended out. That Superstay foundation from Maybelline is the fullest coverage from concealer that they have, and I really like this. They have the Fit Me one as well, but I think that one is more like a light to medium coverage, and I like full coverage to hide my under eye bags, to make me appear a little bit more youthful. But I'm going to go in and set. For my setting powder for my concealer, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 35 Deep. I'm going to dip my sponge into the powder, dab the excess off on the back of my hand, then go in and set. And I'm basically just setting down all of those areas where I would have concealed and highlighted with that Maybelline Superstay concealer. I highlighted on the bridge of my nose. So I'm just going to go in and set that area down. I'm going to set the rest of my face now, and I'm going to set with another Maybelline powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Pressed Powder in 365 Nutmeg. It is so well used because I love it. It's a great setting powder. Alright guys, so face is coming along nicely. I'm going to do some bronzing of the face. For my bronzer, I have the Morphe Glamabronze in the shade Prodigy. Alright, that is what the shade looks like. And I'm going in with my Ashley Lee P04 brush. I'm also going to use that bronzer to just sculpt my nose out a little bit. Alright guys, so I did my brows off camera just to save a little bit of time. To prime my eyes for the eyeshadow, I went in with the same Maybelline Superstay concealer and set it down with a little bit of powder. Alright, this is the eyeshadow palette that we're working from today. The Beaute Floral Vintage Eyeshadow Palette. I'm going to start by laying down the transition. There's this beautiful brown shade called Tropical Hibiscus. That shade in the palette. I'm going to use that as my transition shade, and I'm going in with the Morphe M434 brush. Alright, this shade is blending out nicely. This is the first time that I've ever went in with an Beaute eyeshadow palette. So far, it's performing good. Not patchy. It's not skipping. It's applying very smoothly. Alright, that is such a beautiful transition shade. I'm going to deepen my crease up. There's this nice brown purpley color called Daylilies in the palette. That shade. And I'm also using another Morphe M434 brush. Just going to go in and deepen up the crease. Also working it on the outer edge of the eye as well, just dragging it outwards and upwards. Alright, so far there's no fallout from the palette. Mattes are blended out beautifully. For my lid, I'm going to go in with this peachy shimmer shade. It's called Musk Rose, that shade in the palette. And I'm going to work that all over the lid. It looks more gold. Like a champagne gold shade. Alright, that is so pretty, performing so good. I'm going to go back into the dark brown called Daylilies. Just reblend the outer edge of the eye and into the crease as well. We have a little bit of fallout. For my lower lash line, I'm going to use another brown shade. This one is called Globe Thistle, that shade in the palette. I'm just going to work that along my lower lash line. Alright guys, so we're done with the eyeshadow palette. The shimmer shade was a little bit dry, but it did apply nicely onto the eyes. It still looks good. There was a little bit of fallout, but the mattes in here blend out so good, and I love that brown shade. The lid shade is also very pretty. I'm going to pop a pair of lashes on. For lashes, I'm going to go in with a pair of Eyelure London lashes. This is the Eyelure Definition eyeshadow. What did I say? Eyeshadow. The Eyelure Definition lash. Alright guys, so I popped my lashes on. I absolutely love these lashes. They're so wispy. They're a little bit fuller than I would normally go with a lash, but I love them. I'm going to put some blush on now. It's time for blush. I'm going to go in with the MAC Sheer Tone Blush in the shade Pinch Me. Going in with my Real Techniques 400 blush brush. All right, that's cute. I'm going to highlight the inner corner of the eye just to finish off the eyes and also down the bridge of my nose. I'm using the e.l.f. Baked highlighter in Apricot Glow. I love an inner corner highlight. On the tip. And I'm going to go in with my sponge and just make sure that melts into the nose and is not too harsh. For my setting spray today, I'm going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. I'm just going to finish off my under eyes. If you guys have been around here for a while, you know I like to go in with this step as a final step for under my eyes. I'm going in with the Morphe M554 Tapered Paddle Brush, dipping into that Maybelline setting powder, shaking the excess off, and just going and make sure that this area is nice and matte and nicely blended into the blush. I'm using so little powder. You're not baking. We're just perfecting that area. Nice. I'm going to line my lips now. Get onto my lips. For my lips, I'm going in with the NYX lip liner in the shade Hot Cocoa. Let me get a mirror. And let me know in the comments if you guys line your lip or if you're just going straight away with your lipstick. I find it always looks better when I line my lips. I love to line my lips. For my lipstick, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Color Riche lipstick in the shade 184 New Artistique. It's a nice deep brown shade. It's looking a little bit more plum now that I'm applying it, and I'm not mad at that. And I always like to go in with a gloss. This is the Palladio lip gloss in the shade Vanilla Cupcake. It's a clear gloss with like some pink reflex in it. Alright guys, and that is the makeup look all complete. My nice cute full coverage makeup look. I'm a full coverage kind of girl. I love full coverage. Drop me a comment and let me know if you like full coverage. I do full coverage no matter the season. Spring, summer, fall, winter, it doesn't matter. I go in with a full coverage base. this JUVIA'S foundation. First time that I tried this, although it has been out for ages, and it definitely is a beautiful full coverage foundation. The Ace Beauty Floral Vintage Eyeshadow Palette. It's a cute palette. The shimmer shade was a little bit dry, but the mattes, as I said, blend out so good. I love that. The Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Concealer, one of the best from the drugstore. Absolutely love it. So drop me a comment. Let me know if you like how the makeup look. Let me know how the makeup looks. Let me know if there are any products that I use in my routine that you use in your routine. Or if you have any recommendations of like full coverage foundations, full coverage concealers that you think that I might like. A nice lipstick. I love a brown lip or a nude lip. Drop me a comment. Let me know what your favorites are. Alright guys, so until next time, I want you to have a fabulous week. I want you to be fantastic as always. And hopefully I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching and bye guys.